Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tronage, and today we're going to talk about the HolyBro Kakute F4 version 1 all-in-one flight controller with issues that I'm giving away. Stay tuned. All right, so the Kakute flight controller, this thing is awesome. Now I want to say, issues are not issues with its manufacturer, not issues with its quality, not issues with anything. The issues are because I involuntarily came in for an aggressive landing. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. And in the process, when I did that, I kind of lost my FPV. It just went blank. Anyhow, I love these boards. It's so easy to set up. They're an all-in-one, meaning that it has a PDB or a power distribution board built into this flight controller. So your ESCs, all the wires from your ESCs hook up directly to your flight controller. You don't have to have a separate board in your stack where the power lines go to that, but then the signal wires go to your flight controller. It's actually all in one, hence the name all in one, or AIO is sometimes what you'll see on the descriptions on websites. It's got the gyros on this little extra board. You know, here, I know you can't see from far away, but I'll put up a close up. But you can see it's on a little foam pad, which makes it so that it's isolated from vibrations. It has so many features on this board. The manual is written by Joshua Bardwell, so you know it's going to be in depth, you know it's going to be thorough, and you know it's going to be easy to follow, and it's super easy. So I love this board. So what happened to it? Well, as I said, I came in for a inadvertent, crash. I'm meh, and my screen went blank, like I mentioned. So I didn't know what happened. So I got all panicked. I didn't know what broke. Brought it home, checked it out, looked at what was going on. Turns out that my camera is fine and my video transmitter was fine. But having the flight controller in between it, because the way it works is to put an OSD. OSD stands for on-screen display. And the way it works is the camera goes into the flight controller with the video signal. The flight controller puts the OSD on it, the information you see on the screen other than just your video. And then it puts that out to the video transmitter. If I took the flight controller out of the mix and just connected the camera directly to the video transmitter, it worked fine, but I lost having an OSD, and that's very important to me when I fly. So rather than taking this flight controller and just throwing it in the garbage, I figured there's got to be some value to some of my subscribers, and I wanted to offer it to you guys. Now you may be saying, well, if you don't want it, what makes you think I want it? Well, there's a couple groups of people that I can imagine wanting this. Let's say you have a budget build. Maybe you're running an F3 or older flight controller and you're thinking, hey, I would love to have an F4 flight controller on my quad. I don't care. You know, it's free, it's free, it's free. You know, you may have a test rig where you just put all the stuff that you're not sure about, and it's just, you don't care if something happens to it. So you're not going to want to put brand new components into your testing rig. Or maybe you were thinking about picking up this flight control and you're like, well, I'm not really sure. Well, now you can try it out, and if you don't like it, you save yourself the money. If you do like it, you go and buy yourself a fresh one, so it gives you an opportunity to test it. So there's a lot of people I could see that would find value into having this board. Now, mind you, it did go into one of those inadvertent aggressive landings. IALs.
Oh, dang. Did I blow up the whole frame?
I mean, I was able to fly around with it line of sight, but here's the deal. It could work perfectly, or it could kill a kitten, maim a puppy, burst into flames, spiraling to the ground and burning in a heap of molten mush. Somewhere in the middle of that range is probably where this flight controller lands. Use it at your own risk, and don't blame me if something happens, but it seemed to work pretty good for me. It's just it didn't have the OSD, and I want an OSD, so I'm going to give it to you guys instead. How do you enter? Great question. Simple. Look in the description below. First line is going to have a link to a website called gleam.io. So you're going to go onto the Gleam.io website, you're going to log in there, and it's going to confirm you're a subscriber to this channel. If you're a subscriber to this channel and you confirm it, boom, you now have an entry into the contest. In addition, if you want a second entry and basically double your chances of winning, you can also watch my Patreon intro video. And if you watch that through the Gleam.io, then you'll get a second entry into the contest. But make sure you follow the link in that description, because that's how we're going to run the contest through Gleam. The last contest I did for the smoke stopper, it actually proved to be very difficult to get in touch with the winner. And to avoid that, that's why I'm using this website that basically captures the information, captures your email address. So this way, when you're the winner, I can contact you. I can get back in touch with you, and I can tell you, hey, tell me your address. Where am I mailing this thing? All that stuff. So that's why we're using that. Speaking of mailing it, if you live within the continental US, I'm going to mail this out to you for free also. So you're going to win it for free, you get the thing for free, and I'm going to ship it out to you for free. Now, if you live outside of the continental US and you win it, then you will have to pay the shipping to get it to you, because it probably will be a little more expensive than it is shipping within the United States. All you got to do is subscribe. And remember, when you subscribe to my channel on YouTube, it doesn't cost you anything. There's no fee involved in subscribing. It just means I'm kind of like favorited, so that when you log into YouTube, it'll show me along with anyone else that you subscribed with. So if you've hesitated with subscribing to some people thinking that you might have to pay for something, it's free. Just have to have a YouTube account. You log in, you click subscribe, and now it puts my channel as part of your favorite. How long is this contest going to run? Well, it's going to run starting at midnight tonight, which essentially is February 10th, 2018, is when it's going to start. And it'll run for 2 weeks. So it will end on February 24th at 11:59 p.m. Also, another thing that I'm going to start doing in my videos is I'd like to start giving personal thank yous to those who sign up on my Patreon page, because the Patreon page is, you know, a valuable asset, and it does help me greatly, even if it's just a couple of dollars that you're pledging to help this channel and help me out here. So I want to give a personal thank you to Mark Bevan. He was actually my first Patreon supporter, so thank you so much. And actually now we've got a second supporter by the name of Doug Bagley. And let me give a special thank you to you for pledging on the Patreon page. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Whatever you can afford, it helps greatly if you can. So my name is Tronage. Good luck entering the contest. And remember, fly strong. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, you really should subscribe. I'm always posting new content. If you'd like to help support the channel and get access to giveaways, raffles, and other exclusive benefits, consider joining the Tronage family on the Patreon page. Here's some videos that you might be interested in. This is the latest one that I posted, and this one I think you might just like. Go check them out.